From the helicopter, Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono's Indonesia looks like an unqualified success story. Economic growth of 5% plus over the full 10 years. GDP up, poverty down, membership of the G20, and one of the most web-savvy populations in the world. Indonesia is growing fast, and Western leaders have dollar signs in their eyes. But take a closer look, and the picture is not quite so rosy. 43% of the population still lives on less than $2 a day. Inequality is rising as more of the pie goes to the rich. Indonesia is really bad at collecting tax revenue, and corruption takes a huge slice of the pie. Meanwhile, fuel subsidies eat up more than 20% of the national budget just to keep petrol prices cheap, a problem SBY has done little to fix. This means it's hard for Indonesia to afford services. It spends even less on health than sub-Saharan Africa. Secondary educational performance is falling, and even improvements in basic sanitation are agonisingly slow. The upshot is that half the population is still in unpaid or contingent work, and life expectancy is well below that in the West, and it's not catching up. Even some indicators that spell economic growth, such as car ownership, present huge problems in terms of congestion and slower growth because road infrastructure is just not keeping up. And on the environment, despite SBY's big promises, Indonesia is now the biggest deforester on the planet, recently accelerating past Brazil. So while the world lavishes praise on SBY, at home, Indonesians are starting to say his presidency has represented a tragic waste.